Hi everyone, it's Carolyn Sander from Carebearstamps. That's www.carebearstamps.blogspot.com. I'm a Canadian Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am here today as a member of the Creating Kindness design team. Our design team is having its first inaugural blog hop today. We're an around the world blogger Stampin' Up! Demonstrator team, and our goal of the Creating Kindness design team is to show you ways in which you can create beautiful cards and projects that you can send and give to your loved ones and friends or random strangers, and just to inspire others to create kindness and share kindness around the world. So, our theme today is new products from the 2017 to 2018 Stampin' Up! Catalog. Today's June 1st of 2017, and the new annual catalog was just released today. So if you haven't checked it out yet, if you're into Demonstrator and haven't had that privilege, make sure you go to their website today and you can view the digital copy online. Or if you'd like to get your hands on a paper copy, make sure to contact your demonstrator. If you're in Canada and you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to help you out. So feel free to contact me, send me an email, what have you, and I'll make sure I help you get a paper copy of this gorgeous catalog full of new products. The stamp set that I decided to feature today on my card uses the Ribbon of Courage stamp set. This is a newly released stamp set from Stampin' Up! And it is quite special. It was designed by an American Stampin' Up! Demonstrator named Patty Bennett. And Patty achieved $1 million in sales for her career. And as recognition, they had her design a stamp set, and she came up with this Ribbon of Courage set, which is awesome, awesome, awesome. So make sure you check that out. There's also coordinating framelits or dies that you can use with your Big Shot. I don't have those yet, and I'm excited to get them. They're on my wish list. So yay, can't wait. Here's the card I created today. You can see all the details, all the supplies I used will be listed on my blog. And the technique that I used today is called the stained glass technique. So that's what my technique video here is going to be showing you today. In order to do the stained glass technique, pardon me, you need some vellum, and you need to emboss on your vellum, and you need a lined image. Hence why I use this stamp from Ribbon of Courage. And the reason why it has to be lined is because you're going to be coloring it in. I chose to use silver embossing powder today, and I've pre-embossed this image on my vellum. I chose silver embossing powder, but I believe the technique is meant to be used with black embossing powder. I wanted to try silver out, and I really like the look of it. So yeah, you could fiddle around and try different colors, see what it looks like. I'm sure you'll be pleased. Alright, so I sped up the process today, and I've already pre-embossed this like I said. The next step is to flip this over. What we're going to be doing is actually coloring in the back of the image. Now, when you're coloring in the back of this image, you could choose to color in every little detail with a different color. I decided today to create more of an ombre look. And by doing that, I used 3 shades of pink from the Stampin' Up! Color family. You need to color with your Stampin' Right markers. And I chose to use Powder Pink, Flirty Flamingo, and Berry Burst. These are all in colors. These two here are the new 2017 to 2019, or part of the 2017 to 2019 in colors, and they are gorgeous, gorgeous. I love them, and they worked perfect on today's ombre card. Alright, so when you're doing this technique, you want to start with the lightest color first. I like to do that even when I'm not using not doing an ombre card. I always like to start with my lightest color first. Alright, and that's just so you don't contaminate your lighter colors with darker colors. Your markers, that is. Right, so I'm coloring in this top portion of the ribbon with the brush tip and powder pink. When I get to where I want to maybe start to blend into the next hue, I'm going to use more downward stroke motions, like so. Right, simple, simple. Next is Flirty Flamingo. Same thing, I'm going to color in here. I'm going to work up with my brush strokes into the lighter color. I'm also going to work downwards. This just gives us a nice gradient. We're going to blend further with the blender pens, so don't worry if your shading's not perfect as of yet. And yeah, Berry Burst is the last color I chose to use. I started at the bottom and blended up. Trickiest part here is to not go out of the lines. Really, really a simple technique and it quite beautiful. Alright, so next I'm going to take my blender pen. These come in a pack of 3. I usually like to keep one tip for pinks, one for greens, one for blues, and always make sure in between colors to wipe it off on a paper. Clean it off there. So I'm going to start with the lighter color again, and I'm just going to blend around to give a nice blended look. And when I get to where the next color comes, I'm going to again brush strokes to blend those together. Blend all around. And again, I want to blend the flamingo color into the Berry Burst colors. I'm going to use my brush strokes. You want to try and clean a bit more in between these two colors because there is such a difference in the hue of the two. But don't worry too much, as this technique is very, very forgiving. Once you flip it over, it's going to look stunning from the other side. It's really hard to mess this up. Alright, so I've blended downwards and I'm going to start from the bottom of the darker color and blend it up. Cleaning off in between. And yeah, there you have it. Once I flip it all over, you will see I have a nice ombre ribbon. Let me hold that up. Alright, the next steps I used, or that I did, I should say, I took my oval framelets, layering oval framelets, and using some silver cardstock. So I first cut this out with the scalloped oval from the set. Cut that out like so. I have one here that's already cut out to show you. Okay, so cut that out. Then you're going to cut out a silver frame to go over top using your Big Shot and the layering oval framelets. And yeah, I took the 2 ovals to create that frame that you see here. Pardon me, get this out of the way. So I found it easier if I cut the smaller oval first. When I was cutting my silver cardstock, cut the smaller oval first, and then it's easier to line up where you are centering your scalloped edge. That's just a little trick. Also cut out a scallop oval in white. And how I adhered these 3, I applied some Tombow liquid glue, oh so delicately, multi-purpose liquid glue, oh so delicately, carefully to all the little scallops. Adhered that to my vellum, and then did the same. Applied Tombow to the vellum, just around the edges where the scallops are, and then adhered that to my white oval. And voila. Reason you do that is you don't want the adhesive to show through from the vellum backside. So we're trying to hide our adhesive with the frame, and it works great. So there's a card. There's a finished card. I used some of the other new products from the catalog on today's card and some oldies but goodies. So these little bows here are one of my new favorites. They're the Bitty Bows Embellishments. They feature the 2017 to 2019 in colors. And you get an assortment of them in the pack. They're perfect. I'm sure I'm going to be stocking up on those. Then I also used a little heart from the metallic enamel shapes to go on my vellum sentiment piece here. And I used some of the silver ribbon and just layered it underneath, as well as this cardstock, which is the Berry Burst cardstock from the new In Color family. And then this pattern paper underneath is in powder pink, and it's a new DSP that's featured in the new catalog also. Thank you so much for stopping by today. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to leave me a message below or send me an email. I'm happy to help you out, and I hope you enjoyed today's project. Make sure that you stop on my blog and make sure you check out the rest of the hop. There's a video hop too, so I'm interested to see how this is all going to work out. But yeah, there's lots of great projects from the new catalog. Lots of inspiration. Start making your list now. It'll be fun. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.